Hello again guys and welcome back to my channel. Kojiro from GamingandJapan here, and I hope you had a nice, relaxing and not stressful Thanksgiving weekend. To the people in the US, to everyone else, I hope you just had a nice weekend. And during this weekend I played a whole bunch of Sindel in MK11, recorded a lot of combos in her three variations, mainly in the first two, which I'm going to show you right now, but I don't really feel like talking about the combos themselves today. Rather, I would like to pretty much talk about the concept of character crisis in fighting games, and what different types of character crises, I don't know if this is a word, are there. Okay, so if you have any questions about the combos, I will answer them down into the comment section, so feel free to ask, but there are a lot of combos here for sure. Now, when it comes to character crisis in fighting games, there are usually two types of character crisis that occur. The first one is when you like more than one, two, or even three characters in a certain fighting game. You want to play them all, but you don't really see a realistic way in which you can approve with all of these characters on a serious level. So you have to deal with the unfortunate circumstances of having to choose only one character from a bunch of characters that you actually like. Okay, this is the first case. For example, I had a character crisis like that with Guilty Gear. I usually play a very standard character in that game, which is Kai, but I really like Answer and Jackal, but it's just not realistic for me to have the time to learn and play these characters. Okay, so the second time of character crisis is a little bit different and not so often seen in the FGC in my personal observation experience. So this is when you like a certain character, you like playing that character, but you have a hard time winning with said character. And then you have another character that you don't necessarily like in terms of just design, personality, and skins and sex, or whether or not it's male or female, or whether or not it's a ninja or not a ninja. All of these like artificial, not directly gameplay related stuff. So you don't like this character, but you win with him much more than you would if you are playing your main character that you actually like as a character. Okay, so let me give you an example with myself here, if you allow me. So this is very briefly my history with MK11. So part of my day job, and I'm not bragging, I'm not trying to act like a cool guy here or anything like that, but I work with game publishers. One of the game publishers that I work with is Warner Brothers. This is not related here to this YouTube channel at all, at least so far, but I got the game earlier for my other YouTube channels in my native language in Eastern Europe. So I got the game 3 days earlier, and my plan was to spend Friday evening, Saturday and Sunday playing Kitana almost without stopping, in order for me to find her combos and record the video and just get earlier competitive advantage with this character, and to just then hop online and beat up a bunch of people by me using Kitana. Okay, so can you guess what happened? I played the character for almost 3 days straight. I recorded maybe more than 100 combos with her, with interactables, corner combos, with all her variations, crushing blows and stuff like that. Then the game was released on Monday. I forgot exactly what day it was, what date it was, excuse me. And day one patch came in, and all the combos that I worked on very hard were changed significantly, to the point at which just all the important stuff that I have trained myself to do with this character a couple of days before the release had changed after the day 1 patch, so I got frustrated to the point at which I just dropped Kitana altogether. I started playing Kollektor, and I like him a lot, but he really wasn't all that strong in the beginning of the game. If you remember, Geras in the period immediately after the game was released was widely used in tournaments and highly competitive play, so it was a predominant character, but I kept playing Kollektor when he wasn't that great, so then I had to just drop the game altogether. And now I came back for Sindel, and Sindel is the character that I like the most. But on the other hand, now Kollektor is actually a very good character. He has a natural launcher from 443, which I'm pretty sure it wasn't the case after he was released initially in the game. So now Kollektor is a very strong character, but I really like Sindel more, and I want to play with her. However, after playing Sindel a whole bunch of hours, I don't really see myself winning a lot of games with her, unfortunately. She's one of my favorite characters in all of the Mortal Kombat history. I also like the ninjas, but playing Sub-Zero and Scorpion in Mortal Kombat 11 seems like playing Ryu and Ken in Street Fighter. It's like too mainstream, if you can understand what I mean. And I really want to play Sindel a lot, but based on her tools and based on her combos and execution requirements, especially in her second variation, which I like the most, are very heavy. And yes, I know she has the ability to abuse forward 4 or forward 4 up 3, which is one of the best strings in the game. But you cannot win against good players with only this move, in my opinion. You have to work very hard to close the distance and to be in the optimal distance to be able to have some advantage in terms of buttons and tools and special moves. But where you're at a point blank range, her down 1 and down 3, for example, are very slow and have a very slow startup. So I can just feel, based on my experience with fighting games, I can just feel that I'm going to struggle playing this character against other people a lot. So I had to find a way to deal with this current character crisis, because if I start playing Kollektor right now, even in the spare change variation, which I played mostly, I think I can win with him much more. Not because Sindel is a new character, I still don't have experience with her, but just that her tools are really situational in my opinion, and not very oppressive and easily abusable aside from the forward 4. This is my personal opinion. If you can make arguments in our direction, please share them down in the comment section below. I would love to have a discussion on this topic. And the other reason why I think that not only me but a lot of people will struggle with Sindel is because there are not a whole bunch of characters in MK11, again, correct me if I'm wrong, there are not a whole bunch of characters that excel in having good offensive tools that can be performed from the air. So yes, I know that Kitana has the flutter, and for example, I'm only talking about tournament variations here, of course. Also, Frost has the air dashing forward to the ground special. But the only other character besides Sindel that has some cool stuff from the air is Jackie Briggs in her third variation, which is the upgraded variation. Okay, she can jump from almost full screen and do some shenanigans and 50-50s from the air using evasive meter, and doing like ground attacks or overhead attacks. She can do cool stuff like that, but she definitely seemed like an execution heavy character compared to the other characters in the cast of MK11. By the way, if you want to see a good upgraded Jackie player, you can check out Uyu Deoxys. He's, in my opinion, the best player who uses Jackie in that variation. But when it comes to Sindel in her second variation, for example, I don't think she can really benefit a lot from all of these techniques. Especially the Regal Presence special, because you can't really attack from it. There are some like fake cross-ups in her second variation with the air scream, but I think that if people get a little bit more experience against her, they can poke her out of it. So yeah, she's gonna be a hard character, at least for me to win with. So lastly, I would like to talk about what can you actually do if you have this type of character crisis that revolves around winning with a character that you don't like versus losing a lot with a character that actually is enjoyable for you to personally play. Basically, guys, it comes down to setting up your priorities and stick with them, okay? Although it might be enjoyable to win casuals with your favorite character that you don't have a tournament confidence with, it might turn out that it's even more enjoyable to win an actual tournament with a character that you probably don't like as much in terms of design, but it fits your playstyle and the way you approach the game better than the character that you actually like. I hope you understand what I mean here. Just having the clarity and awareness to honestly admit to yourself that you're doing better with certain characters versus others is very important, and in my personal opinion it will help you a lot to grow as a competitive player. Okay guys, this is going to be it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you have any comments, if you agree or disagree with me, that's okay. Just share them down in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer them as fast as possible. Thanks for watching, guys. My next video will be on BlazBlue Cross Tac 2.0. I'm gonna play a little bit with the tank. I hope you like these videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!